will come and do what to you. It will come to you and it will harass you. It will try to hurt you with its little paws. Every mother of animals, they try to protect their child. Only human beings, they go and abort. Because we don't want kids. My boyfriend has left me. I don't want to get settled. These are the reasons. And what happens? Well done, they are 40, now they want child. The boyfriend is left for a younger girl. Now there is nobody to marry me. There are younger girls available. So I'm unmarried, no children. And this is the loneliness that a large part of humanity is going through, but we don't see because they have makeups, because they are in their cars, because they are in their luxury rooms, they are having nice job. We don't realize the pain. For example, if you see a person who is sleeping and he is seeing a nightmare, can you come to know? No. In the same way, these are the nightmares the society is passing through, and the world sees their makeup, their beauty, the expensive dresses, the branded shirts and pants. Inside, it is a shallow or a hollow life. Nothing is there. My brothers and sisters, nothing is there. So Allah gives the Quranic ayat, Surah Nahl. Nahl means honeycomb, honeybee, the house of a bee. Allah says, the house of a bee. Allahu ja'ala lakum fi buyutikum sakana. A beautiful sentence. Allah has made for you in your houses peace. The peace is in your house, not on the profiles of young girls and boys. The peace is not in the Yahoo messengers and chats. The peace is with your spouse. What is home made of? When Allah says, Allahu ja'ala lakum fi buyutikum sakana, what does it mean? It does not, Allah is not talking about furnitures and your air-conditioned rooms. Allah is not talking about your luxurious apartments. Fi buyutikum means your wives, your family. Your wives and your family. Then, in Surah Nahl, chapter 16, verse number 72, same surah, same thing is spoken. Allahu ja'ala lakum min anfusikum azwaja. Allah has made for you from yourself azwaj, your wife. Wa ja'ala min azwajikum banina wa hafaza. Two things mentioned over here. Banin means children, like Bani Israel, Bani Adam. So banina means your children. And then Allah says, wa hafada. Hafada means your grandchildren. The delight that we get from our grandchildren. That young kid comes and says, Grandpa, I got first in my school. Grandpa, I won a 100-meter sprint. And he shows the trophies and the medals, and the grandpa is happy. This is the delight that a person gets. Then Allah says, وَرَزَقَكُم مِّنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ, and risk from good things. Allah is the provider of risk. First He mentions about your spouse. Then He says about risk. But we say, first I'll start earning lot, I'll have a dream house, then I will marry. And Allah is reversing the situation. When we are reversing the situation, how can we find peace in our homes? How can we find peace in our lives? Because we are using the painkillers like YouTube and other things. We are forgetting our pains. We are forgetting our loneliness because of our careers, because of our entertainment, and we are missing out a beautiful halal life that Allah has made for us by delaying it. By delaying it. You know, I come from India, and ours is a Gujarati community. There are many Gujaratis, Shakir and all. They are my Gujarati communities, the non-Muslims, and they have a tradition. At the age of 18, that is the age of consent and the age of marriage in India. And for the boy, age of 21. So the moment the son reaches age of 21, he gets graduate, the father gets married. And the girl is 18, she gets married. She can continue her study at her husband's house, no problem. So by the time the son also gets his son married, the grandfather is only 45 years old. And his child is born, his 3-4 sons are settled. At the age of 45, he is free, retired young. So he enrolls himself in a vocational center or as a trustee, as a volunteer in a hospital, and he is free. And that is why there are no less than 35 charity hospitals in one small suburb where the Gujaratis stay. And I appreciate it and I salute it because they are following Islam in this manner. That is exactly what Islam speaks about. At the age of 45, they are relaxed. You know the Sahabi, Amr bin As? I hope you know, heard him. Amr bin As was a Sahabi who won Egypt during the Khilafah of Umar bin al-Khattab. A military general. A military general is not an ordinary man. The whole army was under him. That man, hold your heart, that man was only 12 years older than his son. I said, hold your heart. Only 12 years older than his son. Did anything happen to his career? He went and won Egypt. This man. And we said, no, you know, if I marry, I will be distracted in my studies. Who told you that? There are boys and girls having multiple boyfriends and girlfriends and they stand first in the university. Right or wrong? I know many people. There was a boy who stood first in schooling and he was interviewed by one of the newspaper and said, how many hours you study? He said, I play cricket. I have girlfriends. I have affairs. And I stand first in the university. That means if you marry, it will not distract your marriage life. It is not going to be like that. Throw out this negative thing from your mind. Instead of chasing haram, go for halal. If you have reached the age of marriage according to your country, get married. But how? How do I get married? That's the question. My father says, we are studying in Monash University, I am paying 3,000 ringgits per month and now I have to pay for your wife also? This is strange, man. You getting married and I'm paying from my pocket? It's a valid question. It's a valid question. So what do we do? Again, let us go back to those communities who start earning at a very young age. My Gujarati community, my Marwari, Rajasthani communities in India, wonderful example. When they are 15 years old, when they are 16 years old, these kids, during the vacation, 2 months vacation, 3 months vacation, they go to some shop and they start working over there. Even the son of a millionaire and a billionaire, he goes to a shop and he seeks work, he sweeps the floor for first few days and then he cleans the table, then he offers the tea to the guests and nobody knows this. His father has a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, but he is learning small things. Then after a few days, after he learns that, he talks to the customers, he makes the bill and he becomes a PRO. Finally, he sits on the cash box and he can run a shop. In 3 months, he is trained to do business at the age of 16. He utilizes his vacation. So by the time he is 21, he has an experience of around 2 years, if you count up all the vacations, and is ready to join his father. He can continue his post-graduation side by side. He can continue his PhD side by side, but he is already earning. And what about the Muslims? Very sorry, very pathetic situation. From Lahore to Karachi, from Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangladesh, everywhere, the young Muslim is always on a motorcycle. He is always roaming here and there with friends. The moment in my locality, the moment a guy goes away fast, zoom, I come to know later he was a Muslim. At midnight, 2 o'clock, they go out for drinking juice with the friends, hanging out. What is hanging out? Like monkeys? Hanging out. What's that? Are you a monkey? I said, no hanging out. I told my son, come home at 10 o'clock, be with your mother, with your sister, talk to us. You're not talking with your friends. For friends, the whole day is there. Learn to be with family. It is a family life that gives you happiness. It is a family that's going to solve your problem. And finally, you will run to your family whenever you are in a crisis. But that is the last option for us. When nobody helps us, all the friends say, goodbye, we go and search for our family. Dad, I am in trouble. So, we have to learn to earn at a very young age. Many of you are in graduation and post-graduation. But it's not that you are studying for 24 hours. And I'm sure none of you have assignments which are as long as 24 hours. None of you. 3-4 hours of college, 2-3 hours of assignments or practicals or whatever it is. And what do you do for the rest of the time? Develop parallel careers. Develop relations. Learn business under somebody. Don't earn. In the beginning, go and work free. This is what the experts say. One of my favorite authors nowadays, Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know if anybody has read it. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. One of the finest books on management. And he was a school dropout. He says, I started working at a young age. I started working at a young age and I was not being paid, but I was happy that I'm learning something. I was happy that I'm learning something. This is how a Muslim should be. You graduate, we are happy. You be a doctor, very happy. We must have educated people in our community, but then what about the financial responsibility? That reminds me of a painful incident which I would love to share with you. It has a moral. I was interviewing a young man and he had applied for scholarship. That was around 2000 ringgits. He wanted 2000 ringgits for his PhD. And I asked him, I saw his papers, I was interviewing him to qualify or disqualify. And on his family remark, I saw his father was a tailor, 67-year-old. Then he had a younger brother, 25-year-old. He was 27, younger brother 25, younger sister 23, another brother 21. I said, why do you apply for PhD? He said, it will give me a better salary. Okay, no problem. Then who runs the house? There are 3 brothers, 1 sister, all above 21. So he says, my father. I said, he's a tailor. At the age of 20, at the age of 67, that poor man, because his young son wants to become PhD, because his another son wants to do post-graduation, and everybody wants to study, and that poor man is a tailor, how difficult it is to put a thread in the needle, in the hole of a needle. Is it easy for a man of 67? I said, shame on you. What's wrong with your mentality? Go and earn, and then come back. If you don't earn 5,000 rupees a month, that's around 500 ringgits at least. Then don't come back for scholarship. We'll pay you the scholarship. At least you earn something, man. Gain some experience at the age of 27. You are dependent upon the charity of people. What kind of a thinking is this? You are a moron. You are an idiot when it comes to finance. When it comes to finance, many of us are idiots and morons. And there are different types of moronic and idiots. The one is this, that people don't earn, yet they want iPhone. Dad, get me an iPhone. What do you need for everybody's having? So what? Because he has an iPhone, I must have an iPhone. His father is rich man, my father is a taxi driver. But yet everybody is having. What will girls say? You know, he's having a Nokia small phone. And what the girl has to do, man? Your father is a poor man, he doesn't earn so much. And you want to push yourself, you want to hit upon your father. Don't do like that. You must have an attitude towards the parents. And financial wisdom, financial smartness is essential for young people. And what includes, which is one of the most important chapters of financial things, not accounts, but accountability also. On the day of judgment, none of us will be allowed to move from the place we are standing till we give the accounts of the things, and one of them is, where did you earn and also where did you spend? Oh, I am earning halal, so I can go and blow away my money. Allah will not catch you, Allah will catch you when you spend halal money also. The account is of halal. The haram will be wrapped up and thrown in the hellfire. It is the halal that will be accounted. Where did you spend your halal money? Allah will question you. Till then you cannot even move from your place and go and drink water from Hadj Kawthar. See the situation. Look at our lifestyle. What is the pocket? Ask yourself. Make a list. Even if you are a student of engineering or computer engineering, ITC, whatever you are, you must be able to ask account from your own self. You must make a list of the expenditure. Where are my money going? Where is my father's money going? Mobile and branded shoes, from top to down, we are all branded. Everything is branded. Pen is branded, and socks are branded, and belt is branded. Everything is branded. Does your father earn that much money? No. Why do you need? So we are becoming gradually a generation of extravagant. Extravagant. People who blow away their wealth. People who blow away their wealth. They are called extravagant, and the Quran says that indeed those who are extravagant are brothers of Shaitan. Brothers of Shaitan. And what does Shaitan do? Shaitan did kufura, Allah says. What is kufura? In Quran, kufra is used for rejection of faith, right? And the other meaning of kufr in the Quranic context is to be ungrateful to Allah Almighty. Fazkuruni azkurkum washkuruli wala takfurun. Thank me and do not be ungrateful. So if somebody doesn't thank Allah, he is ungrateful. For example, you have money, you are in a monarch university, fine. Okay? and then you have some pocket money. Your father gives you to spend. Okay, no problem. But where do you spend that money? Every day you want colas and burgers every day. You don't want that home food, colas and burgers. That means you are blowing away your money. Cinema theaters, with friends, hanging out and parties and here and there. You are blowing away your money. Allah says, وَمَنْ يُبَدِّلْ نِعْمَةِ اللَّهِ مِنْ بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُ. If anybody rejects the blessings after it comes to him, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. Indeed, Allah is very, very severe in punishment. So career should be not after you graduate and you post-graduate. Career should begin by the time when you are in school, but your schooling has gone on. Wherever you are now, 11, 12, 15, 17, 19, whichever class you are, think about earning even a small money or start earning here and there. Look for parallel careers, look for passions, look for hobby. As long as they are halal, Allah will bless you. And by the time you are graduate or postgraduate, you already have a sense of experience and you get a job anyway because you are having an experience. So don't delay, don't procrastinate your earnings, don't wait for your post-graduation. Start giving tuition. There was a friend of mine living in my neighborhood and he was only 16 years old and they were middle class. The father was a cab driver, poor family, they had a lot of children. So the mother said to the son, look son, your father doesn't earn. He is a middle class person, we have so much expenditure. Why don't you do one thing? Why don't you take private tuitions of boys who are very young? Second standard, third standard, you can teach them ABCD, you can give them dictations and all. And the boy said, yeah mama, I'll help you out. And he started taking tuition. And I used to see him. In the evening after he came from the college, he used to sit with the kids and teach them. And by the time he reached 21, I saw him buying his own car, buying his own flat. He became very popular. Why did he earn? Just because he wanted to buy an iPhone? No! He wanted to earn to help his father. So Allah blessed his risk. He was fired. My father is earning day and night, overtime, this, that. He comes home tired. He goes in the morning, half asleep. Because in India, we have to travel a lot in trains. We cannot even get a place to hang out of the train. But he earned to help his father. And Allah blessed his risk. By the time he was 21, I could see him buying one of the finest cars in the city, having his own apartment without any loan, without borrowing money, because he is a rich man. Now, that's why I'm telling you, career, wedding, they go together. If you want to plan your career, you plan your wedding also. Don't think I'm only 17, I'm only 22. Whether you are a girl or a boy, start planning your wedding now. How do you plan? Don't make it expensive. It's my dream day, so I must spend a lot of money. For the sake of 3 hours and 4 hours, a status of 3 hours and 4 hours, you hire a huge hall and you invite everybody. People come there, hello, how are you, congratulations. And they have buffet, they eat everything, eat this, eat that. Half the food goes in the dustbin. I didn't like chicken, so he throws away. I don't like Chinese food, he throws away. He takes and he throws away. Half the food, according to the UN, the largest amount of food is wasted in the weddings. Be it Indian, be it Chinese, Pakistani, anywhere. A large amount of food is wasted in the weddings because we take a lot of liberty. Weddings have become like mall. Everybody dresses up and it's like more like something that's a tuffery in my language, they call it tuffery. Enjoy. Like a beach. So don't keep your wedding expensive. This is the most important part of planning a wedding. Even if Allah has given you a lot of wealth, even if your father is a rich man, please request, please insist your father that Dad, let us make our wedding simple, let us get married in a masjid. It will be nice. And then we can have a simple walima. There is no need to have your best food. Everybody is watching the food items, counting the number of dishes. Don't go for that. Don't go for status of 3 hours. You save that money, you will find it very useful in settling your careers. If you save that money, you will find it very useful in settling yourself. For example, there was a lady, one of my readers on Facebook. I don't know how many of you read me on Facebook. I got no less than 12,000 readers every day. On Facebook, Nisaar, Nadiadwala, you see me in a white shirt sitting like that. There are many pages. Some brothers also have made pages on my name to get more people think that it's my page. So you see me sitting on a white chair like this, so you understand it is my original page.